You know, there was a water balloon thrown, which is really the only incident that was cited in the course of the protest. You know,
what about the bricks that were thrown afterwards and things like that? And
yeah, and
an awful lot of verbal abuse aimed at the Taoiseach.
Yeah, well, just first of all on verbal abuse, right? Because I watched a number of videos. I obviously wasn't there. People, like, you know, it's not a Sunday school. People are angry. People are going to shout abuse, like you'd get at any Croke Park match. By the way, a lot worse. But but hang on. Most of the words that were used were traitor. I think was the most common term,
as I recall.
Well, most of what I heard was that.
Is it acceptable to call the Taoiseach the C word?
Well, I wouldn't. Of course not. I wouldn't advocate any abuse. We shouldn't resort to. I mean, I've spent my life campaigning against sexism as well. So, and something I found myself is if you put anything up about Joan Burton, there is such a level of animosity towards her, and the reason for that is she's particularly associated with some of the most savage welfare cuts, for example, and lone parent cuts. Child benefit cuts, they're all emanating from Joan Burton's department, and she is seen by a lot of people who are really hard pressed as
she
being.
Brought it on herself, is what you're saying?
No, well, she has brought animosity upon herself. Absolutely, she's betrayed people. She got elected on a completely different mandate in relation to the water charges. But can I just say as well that I think it's amazing that some people were so shocked that people in working class communities feel that way, because, you know, do they not realise what's been going on for the last 6 years? People have lost their jobs, people have lost their incomes. You know, we've had all sorts of cuts going on in education and health, so there is a lot of anger out there, which was reflected in the election results itself. But look, we've always advocated that protests be peaceful. They be organised. It was generally peaceful, in fairness to you. I mean, a water balloon...
Well, holding the Taoiseach in her car for 2 to 3 hours. I mean, Paul Murphy sat there a few months ago, or in the weeks after, and said it would have been acceptable to hold her there for 12 hours. You know, that doesn't strike one as peaceful.
Well, as we've said already, the idea of sitting down in front of the car of a minister is nothing new. It's been done countless times, and I've actually looked up incidents since that happened. Enda Kenny, for example, last year, this was something I only discovered recently, somebody sent me a note about it, was held on a bog last, I think it was 2 years ago, by, you know, the campaigners on the peat issue, and he was but there wasn't this level of coverage of it. And it seems to be it's okay for farmers or for students to have sit-down protests, but not working class people, and that seems to me to be the real problem with it. I've talked to people.
They would say there was banging on the car and things like that, and some of the videos kind of show that sort of people not necessarily sitting in front of the car, but actually kind of.
But that happened to Bertie Ahern as well, and to Enda Kenny.
That doesn't make it right, though, does it?
No, but why are we getting this reaction? It's because working class people in communities aren't willing to just doff their caps when these people come and visit, and I think there has been a different reaction because of who's involved. But the other thing that I was going to say is that. You know, we didn't organise it, but we do defend people's right to protest, and it's been grossly exaggerated, the incidents, you know. I mean, a water balloon, if you go to France, Spain, some of these countries where anti-austerity protests, even Belgium, take place, you'll find a lot worse.
Okay.